Range 803 yards. Hit. Ooh. Miss. 3 o'clock. Hit. Hit the roof on 5 o'clock. Hit. Hit. Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Well, today I'm checking out the Leupold VX3i 6.5 to 20 by 50 side focus CDS target rifle scope. Now this is it as it comes in the box, guys. I thought I'd do the unboxing for you so you can see exactly what comes with it. So I've got a scope cover here. Scope itself, got a sunshade, a bit of information about the custom dial system, or the CDS as it's known as for short, a owner's manual, small Allen key, got a sticker, and some more promotional information. Now guys, this review on this scope, it's going to feature some of the custom work that I've had done to the scope. Namely that I've actually sent off and I've got the actual CDS dial, but you will notice too the dials that I've got are actually from the custom shop. They are the tactical dial knobs where you can just adjust them easily with your finger. You don't have to use any tools or anything, so it's really neat. So anyhow, let's jump into the review, guys. Obviously being a target or a tactical type scope for long range shooting, it's not something that you're going to put on a walk around lightweight rifle. So this is for varmint type rifles and shooting where you want to get out to long distance and really be able to take those precise shots. So it weighs 20.4 ounces or 578 grams to be exact. Now the overall length of it is 14.4 inches or 36.5 centimeters. Now it is a 30mm tube, so obviously that's great because you've got a lot of adjustment there, 77 MOA of adjustment for both windage and elevation. We've got a 50mm objective. There's also a fine target duplex with this one, which is great because it's, well, if you're familiar with the Leupold products, the standard sort of crosshair isn't too bad, but I really do like the fine duplex, especially if I'm doing long range shooting, because you just don't have the crosshair blocking any of your sight picture out, so it's really good. Now the eye relief on it depends on what magnification you have it set at. So obviously it's a 6.5 to 20 magnification, so depending on what you have it set at, you've got anywhere between 3.7 and 4.5 inches of eye relief, or 9.4 centimeters to 11.4 centimeters. So look, great if you're using heavy calibers, 308, 30-06, 300 Win Mag, all those sort of calibers that have a reasonable amount of recoil. You've just got nice, generous eye relief. Now, very strong, like all Leupold scopes, built from 6061 T6 aircraft aluminium alloy. So that's a mouthful, isn't it, guys? So in other words, look, it's just built tough. I've never had any problems with any of these scopes with, just not taking the knocks out in the field. Now you've got quarter MOA clicks on this, so that's more than enough there for fine adjustments. It's waterproof, it's fog proof, and you've also got the lifetime Leupold guarantee. So that means basically, guys, if it's faulty or it fails you in any way, shape or form, or even if you sell the scope to another person, that transfers across to them as well, and it's basically replaceable or repairable for the life of the scope, lifetime. So you can't really beat that. Made in the USA, so you know, you're assured of some quality there. It's not just something that's put together over in the Philippines. Now, compared to the original VX3 models, the VX3i is basically advertised as being newer, better and cheaper. So roughly about $200 cheaper than the previous models and supposed to be better. Now, I did review one of these scopes in a smaller magnification, and I really tested out that Twilight Max light management system, which, you know, even in the previous review I sort of said, well, geez, it sounds like a bit of promotional hype, doesn't it? However, when you've got these out in the field, and especially you know, early sort of evening, very late afternoon, around that dusk period, you can really see where you can see deeper into the shadows with it. So it's just supposed to pick up more light transparency and just give you that clearer image. And I can assure you, when you look through these, which you'll see later on in the review, they are a really nice, sharp, crisp image. Now, you do have Diamond Coat 2 lens coating on these as well for durability. The rough sort of price of this scope, guys, here in Australia at the time of doing this review, like, it's very hard to sort of give you prices because we fluctuate so much with what the US dollar is doing compared to the Aussie dollar, but around about $1,500. I've seen them advertised a little bit cheaper in some shops, but around $1,500 for the scope. Now, what I've actually got here is the custom dial. I've got that, and also the tactical knobs, as I say. So that's from the custom shop. Now, this is the one good thing about Leupold here in Australia, is they don't have to send your scope back to the States to do the Leupold custom work. It is here in Australia. It's at Nyla, and they've got guys, techs, who can work on that and do it right there and then for you, basically. So there's no massive waiting times of you know, several weeks of having to send it back overseas to get everything done. So that's a really good deal, honestly. Now, let me explain a little bit about the custom dial system. A few of you might already know this, but I won't bore you too much with it if you've already heard it. But for those of you who don't know about it, basically, guys, what it is they get the information about the rifle you're using. So in other words, caliber, the length of the barrel, and what ammunition you're using and what conditions. So in other words, you know, what's your average temperature, elevation, that sort of thing. So what they do is they calculate that into the dial, and they make a custom dial with custom settings on them for different yardage or meters. You can have it in either or. So in other words, here, I'll bring this up to the screen. You can see here I've got a custom dial here for 308 Winchester using 168 grain Federal gold medal match ammo. I've got the yardage, so in other words, I've gone for yards other than meters, because I always like to work in yards when it comes to shooting. Quarter MOA adjustments, and I've got 100 foot of elevation average, an average temperature of 27 degrees, and my average feet per second for the 308 is 2,562 feet per second. Now, I've actually put it over the chronograph because this scope will be going on the Ruger Precision, and with its shorter 20-inch barrel, that matches it perfectly. Okay, so what I want to do here, guys, is just cut to a couple of clips just to show you what they do in the Leupold custom shop. I was invited over to film a bit of it, and as you can see, first of all, we start off putting it over the chronograph. So we've got an average feet per second here of 2,562 feet per second, and you can see the extreme spread, or the ES, is 20 feet per second. So that's all out of the 5 shots, the difference between those shots with their feet per second. So it's fairly consistent, and this is using the Federal gold medal match. Obviously, we've got to then put the information into the computer. So all that information that I spoke about all gets put in. And then what we do is we grab a blank tactical turret here, or depending on which turret you're using, and all that will go into the laser engraver, and your actual custom dial will be laser engraved. So you can see it just working away here. It's basically this bit of glass on behind is like welding glass because it's just so bright, the laser. Now once it comes out, you can see that it's all customized exactly for your optic and for your rifle and ammunition combination. Then it just gets boxed up and sent back to you. So guys, the price of the CDS, okay, like they actually include the dial free of charge. So if you buy a CDS rifle scope from Leupold, you can get one dial free of charge. Okay, now for what I've done, I've actually gone, as I say, for the tactical knobs here. So that's going to cost you $250, okay, for that to be done in the custom shop. So like I said, each to their own. It's just what I wanted with this particular scope, and to also demonstrate you know, what can actually be done in the custom shop here in Australia. All right guys, so I've got to get out now, get this rifle sighted in for 100 yards. And then obviously I'm going to test out the elevation on this dial here. So we're going to go up to 4, 6 and 8, which obviously corresponds to 400 yards, 600 yards and 800 yards. So let's get out, get everything mounted up and get into the review. Okay guys, so we're on 6.5 power here, so I'm just looking at 400 yards away, just at the side of the hill. We've got a couple of rocks and a couple of lantana bushes there. Now, what I wanted to show you was just how fine the crosshair is. You can see there that it really is a target crosshair, great for those accurate shots. Now, if we go through the zoom or magnification range, so we'll go up from 6.5 and zoom in now to 20 power, and you can see there, it's just a really nice sharp image. As you've noticed there, it's in the second focal plane, which means that the actual crosshairs don't change size as you go through the magnification range. So looking there now on the full 20 power, it's just nice, crisp image, isn't it? Now I'll just adjust the side focus so it'll go blurry, just to demonstrate that. And then we'll move it back there just till we get that nice, sharp image again. Range 409 yards. Hit. 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 As you can see guys, we're back on there at 400, no problem at all for the Ruger Precision. Just straight on, all you've got to do here with this scope, it's just fantastic, just dial it to the 4 and we are exactly at the right elevation there at 400 yards, so brilliant. Range 600 yards. Hit. Hit.
hit, 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 Alright guys, so that was 600 yards. We got the Leupold dial right on 6, and apart from obviously your windage there, you know, we can't account for that, but the elevation is smack right on. So I'm really impressed with this setup. So that was 600. Let's go out even further. Range 803 yards. Hit, ooh, miss, 3 o'clock. Hit, hit the LaRue sign, 5 o'clock. Hit, hit, Alright guys, I'll finish up with my final thoughts on the Leupold VX3i 6.5-20x50 with the custom dial system. There's not really anything more that I can demonstrate with it, guys. You've seen from this review, it just simply works. All you need is a good rangefinder. You can simply just range the distance, dial it in on the custom dial system, and it just takes all the guesswork out of it. It's just so easy. The only thing you've really got to try to account for is obviously your windage. The elevation is sorted with this custom dial system. So guys, look, in general, the Leupold scopes are a good solid base scope, and what I mean by that is they're not entry level, definitely not, but they're not up there with your high-end European scopes, you know, where you're paying thousands of dollars. So they come in at a good price point. Look, I'll have to be honest, I've never had any issues with any Leupold scopes. If you do have any issues with them, they're covered with a lifetime warranty. So really, what more could you want? Anyhow, look, if you're looking at a you know, an affordable long-range scope, go in, have a look at one of these, and I'm sure you'll be quite happy with it for your long-distance needs. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the review. So till next time, we'll catch you then.